Welcome, my friends. Today, as usual, we are continuing the Gintama journey with episode 191 and 192. Just quickly though, before we get into it, I want to thank, of course, as always, all my patrons who support this channel. Your support is very much appreciated. I'm very grateful for it. And if you want to support this channel as well, and also get some benefits like early access to full reactions, then click the link in the description and join my Patreon as well. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into the next episode of Gintama, which is 191.
私はてっきりまだ一匹で突っ張ってるもんだと思ってたよ。まったく敵を作るのばかり上手くなっちまって。
It's very interesting because, well, we never met Hoichi.
他の連中より
Just
ち
a
ょい
bit
と
more
不器用な
awkward.
だけなのさ。
ち、うるせえババアだ。おい、行くぞてめえら。もう十分。
But they did say kind of long time no see in the last episode, right?
次会えんのは何年後だい。
How many years? Yeah,
気をつけんだよ。
30 days.
弾抜かれないように。
I like the music. Has a kind of Western feeling to it.
それは我々に向けての言葉ととって
Oh
も
ho!
よろしいのでしょう。
An amanto?
こらすんまへ。
Aha! So he's the buyer. What's his plan?
黒猫はあるところでは不吉を招くものとして意味嫌われていますが。
The fact that he has a mustache, even though he's a cat.
邪魔者かもしれない。だが我々にとって
Who
は
will save our
彼らの
planet.
星を救う飯は足り得るのです。
That is why.
金玉抜かれたらそれでまた
Gintama, eh?
どうも戻ってきてねえらしいぜ。捕まった連中。もう一度の塩がいいですか、タレがいいですか。銀時。
This is so weird.
お前ら順の早すぎだろ。
Just walking in on them without context. A cat and a gorilla sitting at a campfire.
銀。てめえらはもう人間には戻れねえよ。
But he has to, obviously.
俺のタバコとなんざ聞き流してるもんだと思ってたがな。
この俺がてめえらなんざ相手にするってんだ。たく、同じ道行く先人としてアドバイスをくれてやろうと思ったら、こうも鈍いやつだったとはな。
そんな。お前。ドラえもん。
違う。全然違う。なんで今の話の流れでドラえもんが出てきやがんだ。
He just had to ruin the moment. Just let the guys speak.
俺もお前らと同じ元人間だ。
Wonder what he looked like.
猫になったのは13年前だ。
13. 13, that's pretty old for a cat.
元には戻れねえと。俺はな、猫になる前もろくでもねえやつだったんだ。今と何にも
A
変わら
gang leader.
力で何でもねじ伏せる意味嫌われる存在だった。
The worst of the worst.
数えきれねえほどの人間の命をこの手で奪った。
So becoming a cat made him reflect on his past, on his actions.
いくら人切っても感じることのなかった命の重みってやつを自分で触れたほんの小さな命によって
The value of life. Quite profound.
人は切らない。
Oh no. The cat actually gave his life in order to protect him.
あの洗礼と呼ばれる新人イビリも猫を守るためであろう。この生存競争が激しい歌舞伎町を生き抜く力があるかどうか、その身をもって試しふるいにかけていたんだな。
It was a
有用
test.
な命が散らぬように。下克上か。やめろ。貴様ら、大一殿が今までどんな気持ちでお前らをさらくせ。全員まとめて
Yeah, they simply don't know.
方法
町内会に捕まった連中の間抜け面拝みに行こうと思ってたところよ。さあ案内してもらおうか。
The resilience.
彼らは町内会の人々に野良猫の繁殖を防ぐために虚勢を施すという名目でそれを捕獲させてまたたび生態系を
Planet
飛ばしていたんで
Catnip.
す。そして彼らに捕まった猫たちは
Planet Catnip. What a fitting name.
やっぱりね。どうもおかしいと思っ
Is
た
she
んだ。
gonna help us?
昨日の晩も
Somehow?
大取り物があったらしくてね。また随分と野良猫が捕まっちまったらしいよ。心配いらないよ。この町で生きてきた野良たちがこんなもんで根絶やしになっちまうような連中だと思ってるのかい。
Have some faith.
こっからは奴らの領分さ。猫には猫の仁義ってもんがあんのさ。
Just Kondo. Tagging along the whole time. It's just
侍として生き侍として
a cat samurai.
猫だろうとゴリラだろうと関係ない友がために戦うそれが侍だ
Oh, Kondo. Nice. What a start.
助けてくれ俺ゴリラだから猫じゃないから関係ねえじゃんやだこんなバカたちと一緒に死ぬのは嫌だ
Now you're showing your true colors, huh, Kondo?
いいか猫は頭さえ檻から出せばあとはどうにかなるずらてめえの歪小
That is true.
入ってない頭ならいけるはずだ
You can observe that with any cat. How they're able to squeeze through the tightest spots. There was one time when... But not his head! Oh god. There was one time when my cat somehow got stuck behind the refrigerator, between the refrigerator and the wall, which was very tight. And yeah, it's just sometimes it's incredible how they're able to do that.
おかしいな動かないな
These guys are clueless.
ああ俺のは大丈夫だ
Oh, hell
な
no.
んで俺の尻尾が抜けてんだなんでお前のじゃなくて俺のだ
The tail just turned into a sword.
人の尻尾何に使ってんだ
Okay, Katsura?
つうか鍵全く必要ねえじゃねえか返せおや俺が使え素材が逃げ出してるぞ
Materials.
かかってこいた子供ホースじゃねえだろそれただの汚ねホースだろそれ
Oh no, I don't want to be them. Getting beaten up by a tail and a different kind of tail. I'm gonna keep it short today because I don't have that much time, unfortunately. I just want to say I enjoyed this episode. It wasn't like a standout episode. What stuck in my mind was the little backstory of Hoichi, who he was before he turned into a cat, or rather, his soul was transferred into the cat, the stray cat. That was a quite a heartwarming story, and there's a lot you can learn from that. Especially in Hoichi's case, he learned so much about the essence of life and the value of life, just like he said. Whereas before he was killing people, cutting down people in the name of the Yakuza, because he was ordered to do so, without thinking about it, turning his mind, you could say, turning it off. in order to, execute the missions that were given to him. But along the way, when he met that stray cat which stuck out to him, he was taken aback by the simplicity of the stray cat's way of living. The stray cat was so just mesmerized by everything that it came into contact with. And that is something he grew to appreciate. Well, he appreciated from the very first moment onwards. And the more time he spent with that stray cat, the more he bonded with it, and the more he was able to see and realize that life itself is precious, and that every life is worth protecting. And yeah, that it's essential for everyone, or well, anything, to have the same opportunity to be able to experience the joys of life, the simplicity of life. That's pretty much what he realized. Whereas before he was just cutting down all those people without even reflecting, questioning what he is doing and how his actions impacted the lives of those he murdered, but also those who were close to the people he murdered. That affects so many people, and obviously in a negative way. So I'm so glad that not just that he realized that itself, that which is so important and essential, but also that he was then willing to say, I will lay my life down for this realization and this truth, so that no one else gets hurt anymore, at least by my own hands. He was willing to give his life, and I respect that so much, and I appreciate that. But in the midst of the battle where he was attacked, the cat jumped in, saved him, protected him, but in the process died. And my understanding from that scene is that he was in a rage, and in that rage he cut down his foes, the ones that killed the cat. And that's why the curse happened. That's why he was transferred into the cat, his soul, whatever. I don't know. That's my understanding so far from this, but I might be wrong. I think we're gonna know more in the next episode, which is the last episode of this arc. Yeah. Nonetheless, I enjoyed this. It's not my favorite episode or my favorite arc so far, but it's pretty enjoyable. And yeah, again, it's something very unique as always. Yeah. All right. That's all I have to say about this one. Let's get into the next episode, which is... which one is it? 192. That's the one. The elder of the... what's it called? Planet Catnip? The king? Oh, it's the king. Okay. Never underestimate GG's.
はじめまして、地球の猫の皆さん。 忙しいところお集まりいただいて大変申し訳ない。実は皆様に折り入って頼みがありまして。
This is exactly how you imagine cats speak with each other.
実は私はある星で国王をやっているのですが、この年には子をなしていないのです。新しい妻もめとったんですが、その頃にはすっかりそっちの方も衰えてしまって。
I don't know what to make of this.
跡取り問題で揉めに揉めているのです。
Now.
皆さんの金玉を私にくれませんか？
That makes total sense, of course.
伝説のゴールデンボール集めしとき。地に眠りしシェン
Oh my god, why?
起こしてくれませんか？
My slumbering Shenlong. Beautifully said. The ancient legend of the golden balls that shall reawaken the slumbering Shenlong. Jesus.
それは
Is that a... It looks like a chimera. Golden balls shine the brightest. Ridiculous and hilarious at the same time. How would they be able to survive this? What? Hoichi, of course. Hoichi, the strongest cat in the world. Naturally, he is gonna protect all of those cats. Now hopefully they will understand that all this time he was just trying to protect him. Because that is what a true king does, right? This old man, the old cat guy, is not a true king. He's just trying to protect his wiener and his balls, not his people. Kinda looks badass, not gonna lie. I want this cat's balls. They shine the brightest. Yes, slowly they're starting to realize. Ooh, nice moves. This is one of the most badass moves in any kind of fiction, especially anime. When the huge guy, the huge enemy, strikes, but the protagonist dodges the strike, jumps onto the arm, and then proceeds to run up the arm and get a hit in. I love that. I mean, it's been used... Oh, God. Damn. Hoichi's... What? The spirit. Oh, for the sake of everyone. Lend me your body. A little longer. That was pretty amazing. Oh. Oh. It's a flashback.
バカなやつだよ。耳だけで済んでよかったじゃないかい。心配いらないさ。あんたの守ったもんはこの通りだ。
A rare moment where Otose smiles.
前にも拾ったのさ、ノーラを。あんたみたいに死にかけて道端に転がってた。ずっと一匹だった。あんたみたいに失う怖さを知ってしまったからなのか、そんなバカに惹かれて同じような野良たちが集まってきて、いつの間にかあいつ一匹じゃいられなくなってた。でもね、あの3匹の面見てたらそれも悪くない気がするのさ。
Oh man, I'm so glad Otose said all of this. God damn. That came from a deep place.
奪うだけじゃねえ。この手で何かを守りたかった。
It's kind of like atoning for his sins.
最後まで守ってやれなくて。
But Gin comes in and saves the day.
失格だ。
I want to say you're not, but that won't sink in. Only actions will sink in. Just like this one right now. Gin just unleashed his cat powers. What do you say to that? That was pretty awesome, wasn't it? That was goddamn cool.
てめえら守るためにチケド吐いてボロボロになりながら地べた這いつくばったかっこ悪いフリーザさんは一体誰だ。
Motivational speech. Gin is so good at that. Hell yeah. I wondered though if this chimera, whatever this is actually... Oh, it's probably just... Maybe I'll talk about that in the review. Yes? Do it? I don't know.
虚勢をするとおとなしくなるらしい。初めて聞いた。
They instantly knew what was coming for them. Why don't we find out? Yeah, let's find out. Oh god. Maybe this was necessary. The same meaning. Truer words have never been spoken. With you? Did he turn back? This was the way. Maybe not exactly what I envisioned, but at least they turned back. Oh god, no. But he's still a gorilla. Is he ever gonna turn back? Most likely not, because he's always been a gorilla. Nothing else. I like that shot of Gin gazing out the window. Just like back then. Thanks, pal. Ah, so heartwarming. I love this ending. So before I actually get into this episode, like reviewing it, talking about it, I wanna mention that chimera. I'm just gonna call it chimera because it was a hybrid of several animals. Yeah. Probably from some weird planet. This could be a part of the collection of Prince Baka. I guess the moment he would see that chimera, he would fall in love with it and try to, at any cost, get it and, yeah, make it his pet. Because that's who Prince Baka is. But yeah, that chimera, I guess it was caught and it wasn't really there because of its own will, more so against its will. So this whole thing, when you think about it, now that this is obviously just a projection of mine, and this could not be true, but it seems like it wasn't really that sentient, that intelligent. No, intelligent is the better word. Yeah, it wasn't that intelligent and wasn't really able to reflect on its actions because it's just purely acting on instincts, and its instincts told it to kill and maybe even consume everything that is in front of him. So the chimera isn't really at fault here, and it was brought here probably against its own will. Yeah, that is very interesting, because a lot of times when we're rooting for the good guys, the protagonists, and there's this evil entity that has to be defeated, especially when that entity isn't able to speak and isn't able to communicate in some way, when it's just ravenous and just trying to kill everything in front of it, because it's just purely acting on instinct or on hunger, right? I don't know why, I just wanted to mention that sometimes we forget that the ones in front of us that we view as purely bad, that have to be eliminated, they are living beings as well. At least that has to be recognized and appreciated. Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say about that. I hope it's not that, but yeah. Also the way it was portrayed, that everyone was celebrating, yeah, we took down the bad thingy animal, yay. I mean, yeah, of course, it's good that the good guys won, but at the same time, it's kind of sad, because this thing might not have wanted to actually be here and do all of this and even be drawn into this whole mess, right? Yeah, just something to maybe keep in mind, I guess. But yeah, the episode itself, this was the best episode of the arc, and it made it considerably better. The first two episodes, the second as well, was really good because of Hoichi's backstory, but this third one made everything much more, I guess, impactful, emotional, and meaningful. What I'm so glad about and surprised about is Otose finally speaking out her true feelings towards Gin. Of course, I mean, that has been explored a bit in some episodes before, but it's never really being brought to light. It's always in the background. I mean, talking about Otose's true feelings, right? But yeah, this episode again. And I love just the way she was talking about Gin being a stray cat lying on the road when she picked him up, and yeah, that the Yorozuya, also talking about Kagura and Shin, aren't actually all that bad. Even though they do not pay the rent on time, and they're pretty messy and all of that stuff. She basically said she cares about them and she likes them, even though they anger her sometimes with all of that, their laziness and whatever, even though I would argue they're not really that lazy. That's something else to ponder on. But yeah, I don't know if you could see that, but again, my eyes were a bit watery in that moment, because I could really, oh man, I'm actually I don't know why this is hitting me so hard, but just the way she talked about them. It was like she is their mom. She's like the one that watches over the three of them, and even though she might not say it or show it, she really cares about them, and that's just so wonderful. And I'm just so glad she said that we got to actually hear her say that out loud. At the end of that monologue, she even said, "Why did I tell all of this to a cat?" Because obviously we, the viewers, needed to know this. It was important. It was essential. So yeah. It always felt like Otose. It was even kind of obvious. The way she acted externally, what she usually said about them, was not truly how she felt about them. That was something that was kept inside, because maybe she didn't want to show her feelings towards them, because then it would be a completely different situation. And maybe in her eyes a worse situation, because the way things are now is the way she's comfortable with. Yes, interesting. Yeah. I'm glad we got this episode, because it made me appreciate Gintama. If it hasn't done that before, it has now, but obviously it has done that before. Whatever. I'm getting off track. And yeah, appreciate Otose as a character and her importance to the Yorozuya. But also Hoichi as a character. Hoichi is great. Yeah, something like atoning for his sins, that came to mind when he was talking about trying to make things all right, and not, instead of taking lives, protecting lives. He felt a lot of guilt, which is obviously natural and good. It's good that he felt that guilt. It meant that he actually didn't just slaughter a lot of people without being empathetic towards them and his actions. It just showed his true colors, being compassionate and kind. Yeah. Finally, all the cats were able to see that, oh man, the whole time, he was protecting us, taking care of us. Oh, what fools we were. Now it's time to pay him back. Now it's time for Hoichi to get his well-deserved rest. What is in the past is in the past. Yeah, this reoccurring theme of the past haunting us is a very profound and real thing. for each and every one of us, and that is also a good reason why we're able to relate to these characters in Gintama so much. They are very tangible and real because of the way they are written. We all struggle in our lives. We all are in some shape or form, some more, some less, haunted by our past and our past actions. And talking about it and seeing or hearing someone else talk about their struggles, it makes you feel not as lonely anymore. Because we do feel that when we're struggling and we're confronted with our deepest and most negative feelings, we feel kind of lost and so isolated from the rest of the world. Like, we're the only one going through this and no one else understands how we're feeling. But that is not the case at all. That is why talking to someone you trust, or just maybe even writing it down, getting it out of your head somewhere, like on a paper, talking to a friend or a family member or even a stranger on the street who you feel like you want to tell these things. I mean, that's a rare occasion, but it does happen for me quite a few times, actually. And sharing our stories, sharing our struggles, it connects us even more. There's this comfort and this peace when we understand, hey, we're basically, essentially all the same. Living this life, going through struggles, but also enjoying life in certain moments. And yeah, we're all just human, I guess. That's the gist of it. So, as I said, this episode made me enjoy this arc so much more. And yeah, I'm grateful that we got it. That we got this arc. Hope you enjoyed this video, this reaction, and this review. If you did, of course, leave a like. Helps out the channel greatly. You don't even know how much it helps out. And also commenting. If you want to share something, if you have something to add, write a comment down below. I'm very excited to hear your opinion. Yeah. Also subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you like my videos, obviously. Alright. So, enjoy your day. Take care. And bye.